Golden helmets, silver glow, voices rising from the stands. The turf waits for the thunder to strike. With every beat we move as one. The battle for glory has begun. History written on hallowed ground. Listen to the raw, that powerful sound. Step by step we move ahead. Fear is gone and doubt is dead. Blue and gold flow through our veins, breaking silence, breaking chains. Boom-a-laka, boom-a-laka, boom, boom, boom. We are the explorers.
I don't know. Mike Hollenbeck. Julio LeBlanc.
Kathy Bethencourt.
Dennis Payne. Bill Woolley. Ultra.
All explorers rise, we'll never fall. Fight for victory, we want it all. Explorers lead, make some room. Strong and fearless, hear us say a D-E-L-A-N-T-E, Adelante. Yeah. Yeah, the whistle blows, the dirt starts to fly. Under the midnight sky, shatter limits, pushing the pace, winning the spirit and the race. Brotherhood bound by sweat and toil, planting our flag on sacred soil. A legacy forged in the game, everyone will remember the name. One team, one dream, one goal. Give your heart and your soul. This is our destiny. Adelante, we keep moving forward. Adelante, the path is our reward. Adelante, we never look back. Adelante, we stay on the track. Through rain, wind, and cold, the story of bravery will be told. The fire burns at the core. Explorers searching for greatness within, where the legends begin. Adelante, pride of Columbus here to stay. Taking the crown at the end of the day. Explorers forever. Boom-a-laka, boom, boom, boom. Boom-a-laka, boom-a-laka, boom, boom, boom. We are the explorers.
Once you have the twinkle in your eye, it's always there. No matter how old you are, age can't take it away.
This is the Columbus Reunion Committee.
This is a voice of the past.
Dan McGivern on the telephone. I'm calling about the reunion. We're going to have our 25th year reunion.
We're trying to work out things for the class reunion.
Jay Mahoney's coming.
And I got Billy Klein on the phone and calling Jim Smith.
Jack Roberts.
25 years. We're calling to see if you're going to make the 25th class reunion.
You know they only kept two. We know what.
See this one right here? She's in charge of the whole evening.
Norman Frenchie Lefevre.
I hold tables. My people do a good job. And he's my boss. He's the one that got me going. He knew all of the special drop-off points for square groupers.
I'd like to say hello to my Uncle Morris.
Ted was the guy that always raised our curve. This is where I'm going to live.
I just picked up these two kids.
Dan DeLasher, class of '62. Tomorrow night we're gonna get down and dirty. Sorry to tell you that, but that's just the way it is.
I'm Roger Road Atlantic. This is my friend Chuck Stewart. He was a jock, I was a nerd.
Carlon, he's part of the Medellin cartel. He used to be with Pablo Escobar.
And I'm a plastic surgeon, and this is what we can do in my office.
Did everybody sign?
I'm just looking at some blasts from the past.
16 ounces, 6 times a night, 7 nights a week.
Bill Dirty, he has thrown up more Old Milwaukee. Drink a quart, throw up a quart. Only threw it up because it smelled like fish. Here we have the incredible George Astrick, who used to be right behind me in Mr. Roach's trigonometry class. How does it feel coming back here to the reunion and seeing your old friends like Bob and Chuck and some of the other guys, Calvin? And
Food is very good here.
I'm an earthling.
our teachers from the class of 62. John Roach is here.
Here we are in the Carmona household. I have been installed here by the head chef, Dr. Carmona, his own self.
Who's this guy here?
We've got some peppers here. What kind of peppers are these?
Jalapenos.
Susan Moon.
Oh my gosh!
Wait.
Homestead, Art Crowley's plant nursery.
Nice.
Oh man, this is nothing but I love this guy. Hello.
Real men don't need Viagra.
And for those of you that call me asshole, I hope that you forgot about that.
Do you all remember our Calypso dance? We were missing one thing. And the one thing was a good entrance into the cafeteria. We came across a bridge.
In the same neighborhood of Columbus.
We detached this structure from its moorings, picked it up and put it on top of my little Morris Minor.
Yes, your Morris
Understand
Minor.
that the Morris Minor was probably 15 feet long, and this bridge was probably 30 feet long.
Now, from the cafeteria, where the
cafeteria.
senior choral group is meeting,
Yes.
Brother Paul prances in
Francis is the
and says,
operative word.
Operative word. We seem to have a problem. Somebody has stolen one of our Columbus freshmen's family's bridge. And here comes Norman driving in the parking lot with the bridge hanging over his Morris Minor.
I found it!
Frenchie walks in the cafeteria and Brother Paul says, "Where did you get that?" "Well, we borrowed it from some wrong." The party went off absolutely wonderful. However, wandering around the property as we were sitting in one of the huts, the beer bottles are going out the side window, and there is, I think it's called the Regency Director of God and all the kingdom of everything else. He's standing outside looking at the beer bottles. Brother Ben comes up to me and he goes, has Norman been drinking? I said, no, absolutely not. Norman walks up from behind the booth, and the next thing I know, Brother Ben is carrying Norman out the front door, passed out in his arms.
Who remembers Donnie Carmona making a spitball about this big and throwing it across the room?
You're really ragging on me.
And poor Ted stood up and it hit him right in the side of the face. Cuevas says, I am a Cuban. The Pope gave special dispensation to Cubans. Therefore, I would like mine medium rare. And either Sattler, as they say it's Sattler, or Eckhart went back to school and told Benedict. And therefore, Cuevas goes to Benedict. He says, what are you doing eating meat on a Friday? And Cuevas tried this again. Well, you know, in Cuba, and Benedict said, you are not in Cuba. You're in America. Now place your ass over my desk. And that was the end of the story.
He's eating a sandwich, and he pulls a worm out of his mouth, and the entire school goes berserk. Bill and I look at each other, we are screwed.
It is indeed a pleasure to have you here tonight. My name is Brother Kevin. I'm the president of Columbus. I did not have the good fortune to be here in 1962. We're honored tonight to, as I said, to have Brother Yu here, who was not only your teacher, but he was a principal here for 6 years in the 70s. And it is a real honor for us to have you here tonight.
We're hungry still. Where's Carlon? Hey.
Yeah, right. Where's that? There's that.
I'm here.
Hey, where's the bathroom?
I'm Lester Kreider. I was in 4B. Had a great time while I was here. I just wish I had studied a little harder.
I want to know how this place could exist for 45 years and not be and still be unchanged. It's a time warp.
Believe it or not, they cannot put terrazzo in anymore because it's too expensive.
It's an open bar. Can you believe that? Holy cow.
I was the first refugee. My name could not be pronounced properly, so they call me Guava.
These trays are just as dirty as I remember them. You know, look at this. It's all sticky and gooey.
Guys, when you're finished with the trays, put them back. I don't want to clean them.
This place has always been special.
The smarter guy in the class always was the dunce.
All right.
There's mystery meat.
Hi, I'm Joe Corbett. Graduated 1962 from Christopher Columbus High School. I would probably fish more and work less.
I don't have a tray. How about a diet?
You make some lifelong friends, which to this day you still have. Witness the people here.
The development is beautiful.
Bright copper kettles and warm woolen mittens.
You can only try to keep up with the class of 62. You can try. You won't do it. But I love Columbus. Columbus was a damn good school. So, well, still is, you know. But I'm saying we had a good class. Class of 62 was great.
It's exactly the same. I feel just like I skipped lunch and I'm here for the next day, which means I probably don't know what the heck's going on if I still think I'm that young.
But I still love putting my hands under somebody's butt.
That was the best one.
It was a touch football injury at Tim Korth's house.
Class we used to have, remember Brother Clement, the chemistry classes? Yeah, okay, I remember that. And he's talking to Bob Mingle. So
I'm talking to Bob Mingle.